What's up, y'all? My name is Jody Teresa. Welcome in. So the message I'm getting for today is you're in this new era of you, right? That's been a consistent theme coming through, but it's this fierce era. So, like you are fierce in your energy, meaning you know your value, you know your worth, and things that used to have you shooketh, like really upset, you are handling it and responding in such a different way now. And it's so exciting because that's how you remain grounded and centered in yourself, in your power. This personally happened to me, and in the past, in this situation, I would have been crying, shaking, upset, in like this victim mode, and it was such a different way for my whole being to respond. And I wasn't grateful for the entire situation because that sucked, but at the same time I was full of gratitude for how I responded, because that was everything in that moment. I was able to hold on to my power and remain in my fierce energy, right? Because giving into that victim mindset, consciousness, fear mode, I leak out all of my energy and my power, right? It's this flailing energy of like not being empowered. And instead, it was a difficult situation to deal with, and it was frustrating, and I was mad, and there was this sacred anger, but I sat with it and I channeled that anger in a constructive way for myself to let it out of my body, but instead of going into this fear mode. So it was this fierce embodiment of self to deal with this situation. And I was hearing to get on and share a message about this, and then also pull some cards in regards to this shift. Because in the Northern Hemisphere, if you're in that area like I am, it's spring, and this is all about rebirth, and this is this completely new version of self that you're stepping into. And this is just cyclical, right? For the earth, we go through the birth of the spring, the growth period of summer, and then the dying off period in fall, and then winter, a time of rest and reflection. And we as humans go through that, especially if you're in the hemispheres that have all of the seasons. There's these times of growth and rest. And even if you're in places where it's beautiful all the time, you're still moving through that energy. I think it's just a little bit more pertinent when it's in your environment and you see it. But anyways, this new version of yourself, like you've done it, like there's so much that has shifted for you, and it's so exciting. And the healing journey is never done, right? It's not like, oh, I'm here, we're good. That's just not it. There's going to be things are going to surface for you to look at, old patterns, just like what happened for me, this like turbulent situation where I would have been really upset and disempowered in the past. It was a new way for me to encounter this energy and move through it, right? The only way out is through. We have to move through these situations continuously. That's what being a human is. It's challenging, right? And the mindset shift, the reframe is, oh, this is so hard, I can't do it. This is a challenge that I'm moving through that is inevitably making me stronger. And there's a gift in the pile of shit, right? Always, no matter what the trauma, the drama is, there is some golden nugget that we as humans can learn from any awful situation, challenging situation. It may not be fun, right? But there's something that we learn and gain. And that's part of life. So what is the message right now? Also, there's this energy of heaviness this past week, and I'm just hearing to share that too, like part of moving through this sludge, this post eclipse energy. That was a big shift for all of us, big new energies coming through, and our physical bodies are integrating those energies, right? So feeling tired, like getting a little bit sick, that's your body asking for rest so that you can integrate these energies, because you are up leveling. You're becoming a new version of yourself every day. And especially if your consciousness is there and you are working towards being a better version of self, just trust it's happening, it's unfolding. The next best thing for you in your life is coming. There's this balance of taking action and having faith that it's coming. Okay. And as I was shuffling, 2 cards came out. So let's see what we got here. 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. This is the throat chakra. So speaking your truth. Okay. Oh, and the sun. This is the happiest card in the deck. Living your joy. You're like living in alignment with your solar power. So really embodying your highest self is what I'm hearing. And speaking your truth in a grounded, fierce, and powerful way. Okay? So where do you feel guided to speak up? Where do you feel guided to say something that maybe you think other people aren't going to receive well, or share your talents, your gifts that you feel like you're going to be judged? Spirit's like, enough of that storyline, okay? Your higher self is saying that, like, it's time to let those go and move into this new reality, because the only one who's going to move you into this new reality that you are destined for, you are aligning with, and you desire is you, right? You can ask for all of the signs, and the signs are going to show up. You don't need any more signs. This is your sign. Do the thing that you feel guided to do that will bring you this joy in life. Like that warm sunlight on your face, your body, feeling that growth. That comes from you speaking your truth, taking that action. Like, what are you restricting, holding yourself back from? Okay, let's get one more card. Spiritual advice. Oh. Ooh, Angel of Strength. Okay, so you're being asked to be strong. Stand in your power, stand in your fierceness. Ooh, and when I was sitting down to channel, I was getting the image of a lion, and there's a lion on this Angel of Strength card. So that fierce lion energy, protecting your pride, your family, what you believe in, what you stand for, do it, okay? I feel a lot of restriction in my heart right now in this channeling, so there's a lot of protecting and guarding of your heart, and that's normal, right? We as humans have been through a lot of trauma, a lot of drama, a lot in our lives, all of us, right? It doesn't matter if it's remember someone said capital T, little t trauma. There's capital T traumas, right? Which are like really big, say car crash or some type of abuse that happened through your whole life, or lowercase t trauma, like a form of neglect in a relationship with a friend. That's a lowercase t trauma. That's still trauma that you went through and that you're overcoming, but it's still trauma. Okay? I don't like when people compare trauma, like saying like, oh, well, it was just this and it's not as bad as blah, blah, blah. It's still trauma for you. Don't diminish it, right? This isn't a competition. Who has the most traumatic trauma? No, get over that. That's ridiculous. Acknowledge where the trauma exists within you and sit with it. What does it want? Like this restriction in your heart, what is it showing you? What does it, what, like the shadow aspect is asking, Why is this restriction here right now? Sit with yourself in meditation and your journal, and we have the full moon coming up. Ask yourself, what is this restriction in my heart? Why do I feel like I have to guard myself? And see what comes up. And what comes up, write it down on a piece of paper. Have the intention to release it with this full moon, because full moons are the best for releasing, and then burn it with the intention that you're releasing it, okay? So then we have hostilities reversed. So this is like, where do you have hostilities in your life towards other people, towards yourself, that need to be released? Okay? That's what I'm getting the most. If it's other people hooking into you, like, it's just a no, right? But when you like feed into that energy is where you give your power away. So realizing where you hold these hostilities and how it's giving your power away, okay? You don't want to do that to yourself. Think about, I always get this image, just got this image. Think about a bathtub and you're filling it up, and then there's a hole, and the hole is like, it's draining. So you're not getting anywhere, right? There's this energy leaking and you're constantly filling it up. When you're focusing your energy on these external hostilities, these can be relationships, jobs, external energies that feel like a hostile energy. When you're giving your attention to those, you're giving your power away, like this hole in the bathtub where you're trying to replenish and fill yourself, and the hole is just leaking. This is your energy leaking to these hostilities. The whole Ho'oponopono prayer is amazing in dealing with these energies. Personally, look it up. It's a Hawaiian prayer. It is, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Okay, look up the prayer and the energy behind it. There's a man who did a study on using it with inmates in prison, and it's just really, really powerful. I've used it and it's amazing. It's like sprinkling some magic on these hostile energies to release that charge around it with these people, places, things, okay? Because you don't want to give your power away in that way, right? You want to stay rooted in your fierce energy and hold that power for yourself. And to make your life, your reality, a better place for yourself and those that you care about, the earth, the animals, your community. Okay. I feel like that's complete. Yeah. If you feel called to book a session with me, I do quantum energy healing sessions. I just posted my first episode. It's an hour long. I'm going to start doing more live recorded sessions and do it kind of like a healing show. There's another healer that I really look up to that does similar work, and that's what she does. She has like live healing shows, and I think she breaks it up with 2 different healings, and they're half an hour. So I might do that. If you guys are interested, let me know. I have a couple people lined up to record the first couple, and then I want to move to, that's my vision, is to move to like someone's on for the first half hour and then the next person on for the next half hour to experience it and give back. And you guys get to see what I'm talking about, because I just say quantum energy healing sessions and it's like, what's that? But it's really powerful. I'm grateful to be a channel of this healing modality. Yeah. Okay. Love you guys. You're doing it. You're fierce. Okay. Talk to you soon.